Why would they?
Hello and welcome back to content. I'm Grayson Auth, and today we're going to be talking about World of T-shirts and have a kind of more of a laid back look on my most recent video. Mainly because this last video got a lot of comments and they were not what I was expecting. And you know, usually when I make a video, I expect hate comments, you know, because I'm usually trying to piss off a certain group of people. But today, or this most recent YouTube video, like, it wasn't necessarily to outrage anybody. It was more so showing my frustration about a creator who was making fun of someone who is autistic, which, you know, again, I stand by thinking that is outrageous and ridiculous and shouldn't be happening. But surprisingly, a lot of people had different opinions. So today we're going to be talking about it. But first, let me just start with and just preface with, you know, I have been keeping up with Joshua Block as a creator since he started. I remember him having videos where he was drinking Starbucks drinks and dancing and just having a good time. And I thought it was great. You know, I never had any issue with Josh. I never thought he was a funny person to make fun of. I always just thought he was someone who seemed to have a fun spirit and was wanting to create. And I always appreciate that no matter what you experience or what you're struggling with in your life. I always think a creator and having an outlet is good. I think that's a great thing to have. And you know, as he, you know, turned 21 and has gotten to the state that he is in now, it's just been a really sad thing to watch. And you know, I don't know if everyone is fully aware of how it got to that point. You know, it started with him turning 21, and then he started traveling and drinking, and he would record himself drinking, and that got a lot of attention. A lot of people really enjoyed watching him get really, really fucked up, pretty much. And they thought it was funny and entertaining, and they really dug into that. And, you know, he just continued to drink and drink and drink and drink, and no one was there to stop him. No one was there to say, like, hey, this is not okay, you shouldn't be drinking this much, or you should definitely like pace yourself. And he's never been able to go to rehabilitation or anything of the sort. And there's been some people that have kind of like gripped and clawed at him, a big one being Mr. Based, who is just an absolute slimeball. I mean, he is an awful human being, and I did make a video about him. He has been talked about on my channel before. And I've talked about Josh and Josh's situation before, which were both linked in the video. Like, they're both in the original video. You could watch those and actually like get a little bit more context where I had actual research. But again, the most recent video was not about Joshua Block. It was about an impersonator of Joshua Block. You know, Josh was mentioned, but it wasn't necessarily about him. We'll see. Let me just get into some of the comments. One of them is more recent. It was from, let's see, I think it's Davos or Darvis X. And he said, I think people are forgetting here that Josh does most of the stuff he does because the people around him obviously are endorsing this kind of behavior out of him for the clicks. And his autism literally makes him unaware that he's being manipulated. Yes, it's often. Very, very often that people are surrounding him, recording him. Like, shit, I've seen videos of people handing Josh alcoholic beverages and Zins, and, you know, they're encouraging him to keep drinking so that they can record it. And they're basically feeding this hype beast of attention, and they're not helping it. They're not helping it in any way. They're just trying to get clicks on TikTok, and that is what frustrates me more about it than anything. Is that people are just trying to get more and more attention out of the video. You know, my video is not intended to blow up or go viral. I don't try to make this video a certain like click amount. I don't care if it gets 1,000 views or 500 views. More so, what I care about is the attention should be moved away from clicks and hype beast and, oh, this is so entertaining and funny, and more towards, hey, this person is seemingly having a horrible time, and we should probably take a step to do better, you know, and not encourage this kind of behavior. and it's really sad that that just gets lost and people don't realize that. You know, that's pretty heartbreaking. Oh. Let's see. There's one comment from Albert Gilsamingo, and he said the fake outrage is hilarious. No, I wasn't fake outraging. I was actually outraged. I still am pretty annoyed about it. It's not a cool situation going on with Josh. I think it's horrible, and I really don't like it. So, no, it's not a fake outrage. Gar, do I have to move you? Do I have to move your ass? What are you doing? My orange cat isn't here. He's just rubbing around. Hey. Another one. Okay, let me find. There's one that I really wanted to talk about. Born Sinner 1990, and he said, sorry, I can't feel bad for a piece of shit like Josh, because he has a mental disorder that millions of people have, and they don't act like assholes. They don't kick innocent women walking by. They don't stomp on innocent people's cars, etc. Josh is a scumbag who put himself on the internet and acts like a dickhead. So to answer your question, yes, you are either soft or you don't know who you are sticking up for. Yeah, you understand that autism is a spectrum. There are some people who are more autistic than other people. It's not a super common thing. It doesn't exactly work like that. It's not as cut and dry. And especially Josh's situation, I would argue, is a very complex situation. It's not just like, oh yeah, this is a bad person and that's it and you move on. No, I think there's a lot of layers to it. Yes, I don't think we should encourage behavior like that. I don't think that's a good thing to justify or you know, hype up. I don't think that that should be happening at all. But I also don't think it's necessarily all of his fault. I do think that there is a big portion of it that is the manipulation that people are putting on him. You know, the constant recording of him, the hyping him up, telling him to put the fries in the bag, a phrase that like people know that pisses him off. They know that it gets a reaction out of him. What is the most common thing you see linked or tagged or posted on Josh's, you know, re-uploads or clips of him is Joshua Block or World of T-Shirts freak out. That is what everyone wants to see. They want to see him freak the fuck out. So what are they going to do? They're going to say shit to him to get him to freak out. That's frustrating. Let go of my foot. That's the main thing to me. Is like, yes, I don't think this behavior is good, but I also don't think it's just as cut and dry as Josh is a piece of shit. No, I think the people who are encouraging this behavior, the people who are filming it, the people who are antagonizing him to get him to do this, they are more of a piece of shit than Josh, because they're the ones who are trying to get him to have a reaction. Of course he's going to react. Now, again, I'm not trying to be a savior here. I'm not trying to make a, you know, I'm such a good person and I need to be praised for this. No, I don't give a shit if I'm praised for this or not. I'm just simply saying what no one else is saying and trying to speak out against this, because I don't think it's good to encourage this behavior from both sides. The people who are recording him and antagonizing him, and Josh acting like this. I do think people need to step up and make a difference, and that's why I made the video. So, I mean, that's really all I got about the Josh situation. It's just, that's it. Like, I can make a difference, but I also don't think that it's just cut and dry. Either he's a maniac freaking out in the streets or poor him. You know, it's complex. It's a complex situation. That's all. That's all I got. Okay? With that, that's all I got today about Josh. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Okay, I hope I explained it a little better, but if not, I don't know what else I can do. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Adios. Why would they?